So, Hudson, as you've noticed, you were still telling me about the defense, the keeper fumbling the ball, but we managed to really make amends and really bounce back and get at least salvage a draw out of it. I don't know. I was trying to ask you about Patrick Akande's inclusion, the impact he had in this game. What did you observe from that?
It was so impactful, of course. I didn't expect him to start the game, but the coaches were tactical enough. They were like, okay, Alan Okello should drop back as a midfielder so that Kakande, Mpande, and Jude Semugabi are our attackers. And what next? They did a good job in the first half. We saw a brilliant goal. Of course, the ball came from Mpande to Kakande, and a great finish from Jude Semugabi. That combination worked for them in the first half. It really helped us a lot. Uh, which was something impactful for the team. And we saw how they pushed after South Africa leading 3-1. They still insisted on pushing, pushing, pushing. Of course, I know we saw different substitutes coming in. Imbisiwe came in, Yunus came in, and things were so different. Actually, I was just reading something here that in the last penalty, the penalty which was awarded to us, Torach chased away all the players. It's like, I'm your captain and I'm in charge of it.
I saw,
He
I
was
saw,
like,
I saw
if
Mukundane there
I don't,
also.
yeah, Mugonado was there. I think they were discussing.
Mm.
He's like, Sevania Jikuba.
Eh.
Torach was like, I'm the captain. So let me do it. It was like, I'm your captain. If it ain't gonna happen, let them, let me be the one to take the responsibility and show that the blame for the downfall of our team. Yeah, I'm taking this penalty. Yeah, Abala Musembereyo. And what next? He took it and
Eh.
it was a win. But
Mm.
but since he became the captain of the team, we've seen a big improvement in leadership ways. Okello is not vocal enough. Yeah, he's a good player, but he's not vocal enough. And since he became a captain of the team, we saw a big improvement when it comes to leadership. You know, of course, we saw Mukondane meandering around. That first goal, of course, I blame him. He didn't patch the ball so well. The third goal, of course, the fans were so furious with him. Others were like, "Why is he now a goal?" They forgot that he made some save. There's a save he made in that game as well. I'm like, "Oh, keepers have suffered." But at the end of the day, we got the result we wanted, and let's wait for who we're going to play in the quarterfinals of Chan, and of course we're going to play it at Nambol on Saturday at 5 p.m. So the players are now motivated. They're ready to go on to make another history of going to the semifinals of Chan, which is something so interesting. And I wish them all the best. I would say I wish them all the best. To the coaches, the, to the coaches, we can't forget them. Can't forget the coaches. They've done an incredible job and they've broken a record, and that's history being written in Uganda for the first time, reaching the quarterfinals of Chan. Is history being written in Uganda. We saw how people are not impressed with Mole. People are not him being the head coach. Why they didn't give the assistant coach of the senior national team to be the Sam Simba to be what to be the coach of this Chan team. But Mole, to me, he wasn't. He's the legend in Ugandan football. We can't deny that. Of course, we've seen him at SC Villa, we've seen him at KCCA, how he left both clubs. But he's a person who is ambitious and he's a person who is like, you know what, I can't give up. What next is delivering for the Cranes, which is a big plus, which is a big bonus for him as a coach. And credit goes to Mahomes as well, winning a double at Vipers, and guess what? He's now doing wonders at the Cranes as well as an assistant coach. So generally speaking, they've done a good job. The rotation has been good after the Algeria game. They've made some changes into the team and the delivery now that Mukudad is not around. Jero Serunjoji is coming back into that game. I think against Senegal. Uh, Still, we shall be competing. Us, I know we shall be competing.
Who do you see that suits the replacement of Mukundane? Remember, we have Odong there. and either Muere. So it's
Ah,
a bit tricky with the back line. How do you see it?
Mwere. It's a bit tricky, but
Mm,
it's a bit tricky the back line. But I think you need some bodies there. Against Senegal, you need the body like Mwere. He has the
mm,
body, he has the size, he has the physique. You know,
mm,
and I've seen him play some games as well, national team, the senior national team. So him being on the team won't be a surprise to us. Though they may go with Odong into that. So let's wait and see how it all comes up.
yeah, then let's talk about our first goal, June Mugabi. Last time you were here, and I remember very well. You were one of the people that came here and defended Jude Mugabi being on the lineup, and he came of age. I mean, the finish was brilliant. The counter attacking, we caught them off guard. We really caught them off guard, and the drive from Pande, then the cutting by Kakande, and the finish was really brilliant.
Actually, the fans are now believing what we told them earlier about Jude Mugabi. The
Mm,
impact he puts on that pitch is so different.
mm,
We don't see him like scoring goals, making assists,
mm,
but the pressure he puts on the defenders says a lot.
mm,
He's a senior player right now on the team
mm,
because Jude Mugabi, who has played more national team games, Alan Okello, Torach as well as I think Yunus should have been a senior there. Our Tambala, I'll give Watamba then George as well. Those are the players who have played some good games on the national team.
mm,
So they know what it means being on that team and how they're supposed to deliver. Of course, people say he's off form, he's not scoring goals, he has no attempt on goal as well. But you saw what he did yesterday. A good finish. The pressure is putting on the defenders, and the coach left him there to play the game, and he has been putting him on as a start of the team. Algeria game, of course, was completely off. He was substituted. They brought in someone else. They brought in Watambala as well as possible. But as we saw with time,
mm.
you saw the impact of Jude Semuga in Panda and Okello, that partnership, how it's working for the Cranes. At the end of the day, nice results coming out.
Yeah. So then let's talk about two things. This is the negative before the game, the issues of the ticket. People are complaining about the ticket, but I don't know what you make of it. But looking at the numbers and the interest in this game, I don't think you would be surprised to see that the tickets were sold out in a day. What do you make of the ticketing? Do you believe
They were
that some
sold out
people
as well as
do you
possible.
believe there are some people who were holding the tickets to exploit the fans during the game of the game? You're from the school of that thought.
People, people, yeah, people bought tickets. Then they started selling them at 30,000. You know, then also there are some fake tickets whereby I was told 11 people were arrested yesterday
Mm,
because of the fake tickets they had, the holding. But for that, CAF has to do something about it. Of course, here online they say you can get 5 tickets, uh, but people are getting five, of course, and then they buy another five, then they buy another five. At the end of the day, they're buying more tickets and tickets. And what next? They're like, let's make money. This time around, the tickets, of course, the selling of tickets starts on tomorrow. So let's see how it all happens. Let me hope the Ugandans are going to buy tickets on time,
mm,
not this last minute, because we are used to last minute things of like when our ticket
mm,
is stable. You know,
mm,
let them do the things as well as possible. They get prepared for the game. And then what next? They go watch the game so well. But it affected the fans somehow, somewhere. But the pitch was full capacity, and the fans enjoyed the game. You saw kids celebrating. You saw the Minister of Education and Sports celebrating. The First Lady as well celebrating and clapping hands. She was so impressed with the cranes, and I saw her post today
mm,
talking, thanking the fans, thanking the players, talking about history being made.
mm,
It's something which is so courageous, and it pushes the players to go on more and more and more.
mm. Yeah. So the quarterfinals. This is how the teams are going to line up in the quarterfinals. Tanzania will be playing Morocco. That's a huge one. Kenya will be playing Madagascar in Nairobi. Uganda will be playing Senegal. Then Algeria will be playing Sudan. So that's how the quarterfinals is going to line up. Uh, as we conclude on this, you also conclude and give me your prediction against Senegal. Remember, we played Senegal in the build up. I think in that small tournament that happened in Zanzibar or Tanzania, and Uganda won. I think 2-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
So
three nation tournament.
yeah, the nation tournament. Yeah, and the Senegal, we know Senegal, they really adapt. You saw even how they performed in their group stages. You'll give me your prediction on this game against Senegal. Then there's something interesting that Mole Wekwaso said in his post-match conference. He said that he acknowledged the low quality of the league, of our league, yeah, and it showed in the mental strength of the player, especially when you concede the first time. When we always concede the first time, you see our players break down in shape, and usually we concede successful goals immediately. But the difference with these results is that we still fell short of that. We conceded successful goals, but we managed to bounce back with the grit and maybe the, let's say, the fans really went behind the players. It mentioned something to do with the league, the quality of our league. Do you also buy that, and compare to these teams that we're playing with, especially this the quality the modern game
Yeah,
that involves patience. This modern game involves patience,
yeah.
and usually when we don't, when we fall in shape and the team is playing this modern game, they always get us off guard.
Of course, I acknowledge what he said, and I would side with him 100%.
Mm,
Uh, our league is wanting because the winner is getting 60 million and the team which is relegated is getting 500,000. Seriously. The clubs injected more money than what they
mm,
get at the end of the season.
mm.
You've ever run a club in Ugandan football, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Uh, of course, you have a lot to learn from this tournament, and the players, I'm sure they've learned a lot from this tournament. And we shouldn't be surprised in this window when you see 4 or 5 players leave the country, go professional, either in South Africa or in Tanzania or even in Rwanda as well, because teams are watching them. The scouts are here, they're watching them, and they're seeing what they can do. So if a player is being given some good money, he ends up signing for a different team. I know Enoch was signed by Vipers as early as possible before the Chan tournament started, but he's one of my most outstanding players I've seen in this tournament. Of course, my best player in this tournament, I will give it to Mpande. How he came, how he changed the upfront of the friends, what he has delivered, what he has done on the pitch. Is my outstanding player in this tournament. But all the players have done a good job. Toraj, Hilary Mkonan also came in. Not forgetting our Tambala, Joy Sonjoji doing a good job. Generally speaking, the team has performed so. Achai has done a good job. Has done a good job as well. But the players I'm mentioning, they've been big clubs and they played of course on the African continent when it comes to club football.
Mm,
Vipers has been at Confederations Cup, also at the Cup Champions League. Some applies to KCB, and some of the players have played those before. So, but generally speaking, our league is a weak league, and that's why those are some of the discussions the government had with the football fraternity. They're like, what can we do so that we can make our league stronger? Because when you look at Tanzania, look at Young, look at Simba, look at other teams, what they're doing, they're far, far, far away from us. Now look at Rwanda. APR is becoming a problem too in their league, and they're injecting in some good
police,
money. And
even
we may end
police.
up seeing them very far as well.
Mm,
Even police of Rwanda as well,
mm,
they're putting in some good money. And
mm,
you're seeing players being signed here and there. International players coming in the league. As of course, the international players who come in the league after after season, they're running away. They don't stay here for long. Now, Chitara made it worse by giving players a 1 year contract, whereby you're seeing
mm,
the senior players leave Chitara and they're going to different teams. A player doesn't want a 1 year contract. A player needs over 2 years. That's why Ali Dawit refused to sign with Young, to renew with Young, because it was given a 1 year contract. And the player himself, he needs like 2 or 3 years as a contract, not 1 year.
mm,
So that also. matters a lot, and also payments of the players, funds are scarce. We've seen Express struggling every now and then. They come back
Mm.
this season, next season they're completely off because they have no funds. You know, all that.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
seen also SCV struggling at
Mm.
one time.
Mm.
You saw the downfall of Odumparaka, the downfall of Warua Hill as well.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
we've seen Wakso Giants come strong. Where are they now?
Mm.
They're
Mm.
struggling.
Mm.
Bright Stars last season, they somehow struggled financially because the money was scarce as a club, and what next? They got relegated.
Mm.
So it's a lot going on in our league.
Mm. Yeah. Wow. That is really handy. So anyway, these are some of the facts that happened yesterday. Alan Okello is the first Ugandan to score 3 goals in the CHAN. Uh,
Mm.
is the second, I think, to score 2 goals, more than 2 goals. Or let's say 2 goals. That is also Yunus Sentamu was also on the pitch. Uh,
You know, set up with two
it was
goals, yes.
Yeah, 2 goals. Then it was, as you know, it was also our first qualification from the group stages. Wow. As you also run through, let's run through the predictions of the quarterfinals. Tanzania versus Morocco. That's a huge one.
Tanzania is home. Tanzania is home, and they're winning that game.
Mm. Against Morocco. Kenya, Madagascar. There's
Yeah.
something about this Madagascar team, resilience. But I don't think they can win against Kenya home. Yeah, then we have the prediction of Algeria, Sudan. Yeah, Algeria most likely. Then Uganda, Senegal. Yeah, that's a 50-50, but slightly we'll go through our, because of the fan base. Yeah. So anyway, let's move to the closure of Afro basketball. Uganda really bowed out.
Yeah.
Uh, you talked about it is a tournament for the players to groom the young players to build another a new program, a new rugby, a new sorry basketball program. We saw young players in there. We saw Komagom, we saw Deng, uh, Fayed was also there. Then the young lad Rujete. Uh, Overall, how was their performance, the Silverbacks' performance, and what do we take out of this Afro basketball?
The last time we performed like that, it was in 2015 when we went for Afro basketball. But we had the win, I think, against Zimbabwe. We had the one win in that tournament, but we performed so well because we finished, of course, 15th out of the 16 teams. This time around, we didn't get any win, but we finished, of course, 15th, and Libya finished, and Libya finished the 16th. They were the last. It wasn't successful. It was stressing. It was pathetic. Full of ups and downs, full of disappointments. Uh, First and foremost, Ishwan White pulling out, Mobiro also not making it to the team. It somehow affected the team. Then also the replacement of Ishwan White, Noni Jackson, Money Jackson getting an injury after the first game against Senegal were beaten by over 25 points. So that says a lot that it was a successful tournament for us as Uganda, but it was a lesson for us. The players came back in the game against, of course, Egypt. They played so well. We saw good results from them. They did panic. They kind of delivered against Mali. We tried our level best as well. That was second game. And literally, after the first game, the players assembled. They were like, we're on 9 players. What next? We need to deliver. Though the local players managed to get only 5 points total in the 3 games we played. Only 5 points total. Yeah, total 5 points in the 3 games we played. Local players,
Five
Fayed
points.
Ballet, uh, I got 5 points from them. Fayed Ballet, Joel. You know, some stats, some stats are just, of course, Joel Kaida he had the least playing time in the tournament.
Mm,
Uh, Ivan Moise also was number two in the least playing time. Fayed had more playing time.
mm,
He had, I
mm,
think, he was averaging over 20 minutes in every game. Uh, but Rogete showed up and he delivered as a young player. We saw what he could do. Then being a top scorer in the tournament, did an incredible job. Opong showing leadership as well in the tournament.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
saw.
for him, we can't doubt him. He's a player who shows up and he delivers. He's a player who shows up and delivers. So Mugenga tried his level best as well. I was on and off. Lubowa, credit to that young man. Of course, he was a debutant on the team, new on the team, but he delivered. Actually, most of the players, when you look at that team, Ivan Umwez, Paya Dibale, Upo, Jero Kaira, Rogete, Lubowa, uh, the debutants of Afro basketball. It was the first time playing Afro basketball. Yeah, over six, seven players, over six players. Yeah, first time playing Afro basketball. The others, of course, Opong has been there, Deng has been there. Uh,
Mm,
at the end of the day, that came out. The coach, of course, said he was happy with how the team fought. Of
mm,
course, he wouldn't
definitely.
expect such a good performance, such a performance against Egypt. He thought the team was going to completely lost it. And then
Yeah, I can hear you.
network really poor.
Cool it out, cool it out. I can hear you. Mm.
Can you get me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Yeah, I can hear you.
But I would say the coach in his statement, he said, of course, he's impressed with the team. Jonathan Komagum being the second best rebounder in the thing in the three games they played. That of course he did a good job as our big man. We saw what he could do on the floor. Credit goes to him. The coach said he's happy with how the players played. Of course, the last game, of course, the team was completely out of qualifying for the next round of 16, but they fought so hard against Egypt. And the way Egypt beat Senegal, the way they beat Uganda, that's a big difference because we try to
Mm,
fight back so that we don't get those crazy turnovers. Of course, a big lead did happen against Egypt. Egypt topped the group. Of course, they did lose in the game. They won all the
mm,
three games in the group stage. Of course, they're waiting for quarterfinals, which might happen like on Friday, or actually it might happen on Thursday. Yeah, it may happen on Thursday. Yeah.
mm.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, that was. Do they have any other engagements for the Silverbacks? International engagements. The Silverbacks. I'm asking. Do they have any international engagements? And then you'll follow it up with the NBL playoffs. How is the league looking at resuming the NBL
No, they're
playoffs?
back. Of course, they're getting back home in February. We're starting a campaign of the World Cup qualifiers, and wish them all the best. Of course, there's World Cup qualifiers which is happening in February for the Silverbacks. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have World Cup qualifiers in February.
Okay. And just give us an insight on the NBL playoffs and how does it look like? You're on Twitter. Mm,
Of course, the league isn't resuming very soon. It may start off in September with
mm,
having their players still in Afrobasket. I not yet back. So we expect the league to resume like in September. And now I saw the girls have gone for 3-on-3 World Cup. So some teams will miss out on the league may resume in September, not in August. Because I asked that question yesterday. Now that the Silverbacks are back, when are the playoffs tipping off? And of course, I got the answer.
and it's September. Yeah.
Pardon?
And yeah, and it's September. Yeah.
Pardon?
You said the league is most likely to kick off in September. The fixtures are out, though we don't know yet the the venues. We haven't yet known yet
Yeah.
the venues and the time and maybe the exact schedules of how these playoffs are going to really unfold.
Yeah, to resume in place. The fixtures are not yet out. Fixtures are not yet out because we don't know the dates when they're going to play.
Mm, okay.
Mm.
Absolutely, that was it. That was for the playoffs. So anyway, let's close about last time. You promised some of our followers with the EPL will beginning,
Yeah.
and it was really also a bountiful of of a weekend, starting with Spurs winning Arsenal, picking up really vital points at Old Trafford. Well, let's start with the big one, the big game of the weekend. That was Arsenal. Your Arsenal. So Manchester playing Arsenal, and a lot of people were talking about the new Manchester United. I don't know if you saw something really new with Manchester United, especially with the new signings, Brian Benu and also Matthias Nkunya, and uh, and also it's Arsenal with their set pieces. Of course, I think they are the best in set pieces. Does it really give some hope to United fans that their team is really now established and can compete for the title?
True. It does. It does a lot
Mm,
with the way the team played. The team played against Arsenal. We didn't expect such kind of beautiful football from them. At the end of the day, they played so well, and of course, Arsenal, of course, got a win from them. But Manchester had more good ball possession. They had more shots on goal, on target as well as compared to Arsenal.
mm,
Uh, Good rotation from the team. Generally speaking, it was a good rotation of the team.
mm,
So we expect a good fight from them moving forward. The team is well organized. Arsenal, of course, we had some loopholes. Odegaard not doing what's supposed to do. Martinelli also struggling. Odegaard, of course, that last pass was struggling a lot. But for Manchester, I would say credit to Delete, good defending on Gyökeres because we saw what he could do. He didn't let the guy have the ball on him. Though
mm,
Manchester had their five defenders
mm.
back. People are thinking they're only three, but the five defenders, Manchester used the five defenders in that game. Don't know
Mm.
who. In that game. But good, yeah.
Was surprised to see Amorin really playing with the back five at sometimes. Maybe he wants to really do an inverted one with three defenders when they're attacking. But for me, I saw something really good with the United side. That direct kind of football, like the way the breakout drive of Matthias Cunha in the middle and almost resulting to a shot in target. Brian Bueno also so direct also. Also a handful. It was really a problem on the right. So they could have hope, like especially the Arsenal fans, they will have hope that that win would really progress them. But still, for me, for Arsenal, I look at they are still shaky. We really expected them to be contenders. Yeah.
True,
Mm.
true. But I would say, first game away and you're at Old Trafford, get of dreams.
It's not
one of
easy
the
to pick out
one of the
results.
hardest pitches,
Mm.
one of the hardest pitches, man. So credit goes to Arsenal because they got the 3 points, and
Mm.
that's the main thing in football. All you need is just a win from the game you play, and they got the 3 points, of course. But with the Manchester team, teams are going to suffer with that team, with the way I saw things.
Mm. All right, yeah. Anyway, that was it. We had it for today. I want to thank Madison really for really turning up. It has been wonderful, really, you sharing your thoughts. We always do this every Tuesday. We had some technical difficulties. That's why today's episode might be short, but we look forward to working on to that. Yeah. So I want to thank Miss Addison for really coming through. Maybe your last word for the viewers, and if there's anything in the basketball world, you can always share. But it has been rather quiet for now.
Yeah, of course I will share when it comes out.
Mm. All right, guys. Thank you. See you until next time. Mhm.